Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are going to discuss chapter 22 from our book Non-Current Assets. Everything as we studied in our previous chapter is concerned with an auditor point of view, with the procedure of an auditor, that an auditor have to check each and everything in the entity. You may say that interrogating each and every element with an entity, especially with the financial elements, financial information, and because of all these information, the auditor have with his opinion and with his personal experience and judgment, make an opinion with the evidences for writing a report about the entity. So after the inventory concern, auditor have to concern with the non-current assets as well in the entity organization, because this allow the assertions of the existence. So non-current assets gives you or allows you the assertions of the existence. Either these are existed assets over there. If you go and see, let us suppose if an auditor go and see asset that exist, then auditor have to know about the ownership of the assets, or maybe not know about the ownership of an assets. Looking at the car, whether this is a rental basis or whether it's on a board, but the physical existence is over there. So auditor have to find all of the physical existed assets are over there. He may be not know about the ownership. Either it is relevant to the organization, either is relevant to the on the rental basis. Okay. Because of the existence, he need to inquire and need to ask about. And have to mention it in his report. Okay, the first procedure is over here. We can see is the non-current assets, the physical inspection. For non-current assets, the auditor may do a physical inspection. From physical inspection, you will see. Okay, the second is we can discuss each and this element in the future slides. Second is addition, checking to the invoice, disposal, check to the receipts, check major addition, disposal to the board menus, scrutinize repairs and maintenance accounts. We perform depreciation calculations, verify documents of the title, check that no assets need to be written down faster valuation. Okay, one by one we have to discuss each of the with the point of an auditor for auditor procedure, audit procedure. First one is the physical inspection. From the title, it's a physically inspected. Either you have to check the existence of an assets. Physically, you inspected that the things are available, the asset is available or not. So from physical inspection, you will get some evidence of evaluation when you physically check and stative this is the total disappear and will not work again. Mean to say that when an auditor have to inspect or visit, he have to find evidence about the asset for the evaluation, and he have to he have to check the disappearance. Mean to say that either this asset is working or not working. So he evaluate accordingly, either it's working, assets in working position, so valuation of an asset accordingly, and if it is not in the working condition, so the valuation of an asset is accordingly. So you should write down the value of an asset, maybe the economic value. Okay, here we can see, remember many non-current assets have a very high value. One of the simplest way to check the existence of the asset is to actually to see it. You have to visit and have to check the existence. The direction of testing of existence from the accounting records register to the physical asset. The second we have to check the physical assets via your accounting record, via register. If an asset no longer exists, it must be de-recognized. So see the disposable. It may be there is a no longer of existence of an asset in the register. So you have to check in the disposable record. In addition to checking whether the asset exists, physical inspection may allow the auditor to check the asset need to write down Impairment, because it is damaged or no longer used. Yes, as I told you about that, the auditor have to check either the assets is in the working condition or is not in the working condition. So either mean to say that maybe the asset is the damage, or maybe the need to called as impairment. Damage, so the value of an asset is accordingly as the asset is damaged, the value of the asset is evaluated according to the damage, according to the condition. If the working it is in working condition, so it will be calculated from the auditor accordingly. Or second, we can see the purchase invoices and cash receipts. Addition of non-current assets and disposal of old one should be checked the invoices and the receipts respectively. Okay. The physical existence, similarly as the physical assets existence is over there. Second point was that you have to check from the accounting register. The third was if there is no longer existence of the asset in the accounting register, so you have to check the disposal. It may be we see that when there is a new addition of non-current assets or some assets are disposed of, then you have to check each of the receipts, each of the invoices accordingly. When new thing comes in the organization, obviously the assets have an invoice with this. So you have the obviously you have the dispatch as well as the dispatch order, position order. You have the dispatch note, you have the inventory note, you have the invoices note with that one asset. So auditor have to check those off. If the addition is material, you would probably expect the trace it back to purchase the acquisition. Yes, obviously, as I told you, if there is an addition of an asset, you have to check the purchase requisition. You have to trace it, either material from requisition to the delivery note. It is likely the acquisition will have the discuss in the board meeting and should be found in the board minute. Somehow we find that the asset is somehow the assets are the overvalued. So either the overvalued assets are purchased, either it is discussed in the board minutes or not. So you have to check this one notes or board minutes as well. Similarly, larger material disposal will often be discussed at the board level. It's similarly to the new addition of the asset in the company. Similarly, the disposal of a material. When something going to dispose of, either this asset is discussed in the board minute or not. There is a board minutes available for discussion in the board meeting is available or not, because there may be discussed how we have to dispose this material, this non-current asset. So there is a discussion or board minutes available or not. Similarly, for a new addition asset, for non-current asset, you may also have to check the invoice of the purchasing, or you may have to check the invoice of sale tax over this product. And in the disposable case, we see that disposal of an asset, we take major disposal of assets, like we take major addition of an asset. This should be discussed in the board meeting, as in the board for a particular level of acquisition. Similarly, major disposable like land, building, and certainty discussed in the board meeting, how we have to dispose. Security of repairs and maintenance. It's a very simple scrutiny of the repairs and the maintenance. If you may say that a non-current asset addition should be capitalized, whereas repair and maintenance costs should be expensed. Therefore, it is important to synchronize the repair and maintenance account for the items which should be more properly recognized as a non-current asset addition to the ensure completeness. Okay, over here, a certain type of expenditure in addition to non-current assets or repair of these non-current assets. A certain type of expenditure in addition to the non-current assets or repair of non-current assets. Like I say, if something which enhance or increase the revenue generating capacity is used to be an asset, and for this you bear a maintenance expense. Like we suppose there is a non-current asset in the entity, and because of this non-current asset, the entity is generating the revenue, and using of this non-current asset, when a company bear the repairness or maintenance cost, so auditor need to check it accordingly, synchronize it. Okay, reconciliation of the carrying amount in the general ledger account to the non-current asset register. The financial statement balances are supported by the detail in the non-current register and should reconcile the cost and accumulated depreciation amount. Okay, reconciliation. Auditor always have the concern with the reconciliation. Reconcile the data within the organization, the data from the outsider from the third party, and have to cross check either the data is accordingly accumulated or not, matching or not. So this may be give you the true and fair opinion about the information. So for this one, somehow the auditor reperform the calculation for the depreciation of non-current asset, either accordingly calculated the depreciation for the non-current assets or not, and either these are the information available in non-current register or not. Okay, reperformance of depreciation and calculation. As in discussed the previous slide, it is very important to check the accuracy of depreciation calculation about the non-current asset. Either the non-current asset is properly depreciated and properly calculated, depreciation is calculated or not. So auditor may have concern with the reperformance. He will do reperform, he will recalculate the depreciation procedure, depreciation calculation. This may be possible through a proof in a total or reasonableness test, substantive analytical procedure. Because this is the called, as we studied the substantive test, the double check test. First auditor have to the information, then he will do it or he will reperform it. Then he evaluate, interrogate, and make an opinion about. So he have to calculate the individual asset depreciation. He have to reperform, and he have to check the in the asset register either the reperformance is accordingly or not. Okay, check disposals. We studied as we knew that if the non-current addition in an entity, so there may be the receipts, there may be receipts of addition, and there may be the board minutes over for the purchasing the non-current assets. So evidences are over there. Similarly, the auditor have the right to trace each of the invoice from each of the stage, from the order requisition to the payment or from the invoices. Similarly, in the case of disposals, it is very important that how the entity is going to dispose the and non-current assets. Either these are the discussed in the board meeting, this is the disposable record is over there, and firstly have to check the condition of an assets, either it is a good one or is it a bad one. Damaged condition is either disposed condition is over there, so disposed is disposable record is available or not. So you have to check. When checking disposable, it is important to make sure that the non-current asset register is properly adjusted. When it is non-current is disposed, then it may be mentioned and may be properly recorded in the proper register of non-current assets. Either whole somehow that before disposals, auditor have to check either it's properly calculated either this non-current assets is cycled through the depreciation process or not, calculation as properly accordingly mentioned in the register or not. So you have to check the evidences. Similar with the addition, similar with the, you may say that uh, disposable of an assets. Okay, inspect documents of title. Okay, this confirm ownership. Physical inspection merely tells you the assets exist, but how do you know the company own it? They could have a sold an asset and could be renting it back. Therefore, documents of the title are extremely important. Okay, in the start, we stated that the auditor have to check the existence of non-current asset. Like we take an example of a car who's on the rent, don't know the ownership, either these on the rental basis or on the board, have to check from the accounting record. Similarly, have to check from the document as well. So the auditor have to verify the ownership and have to check the rights and the obligations. And you may say that either this assets are properly renting, documents are available, or it may be it's renting it back. So therefore the documents of title is really important, because these are the evidence from which the auditor have to collect the information and make the opinion about the non-current assets, and have to mention accordingly in his report. Okay, in this chapter we studied that the physical inspection have to check the existence of an asset, non-current asset. We have check non-current addition in the organization. If there is addition, so our auditor have to check the invoices from it, from start, maybe from requisition or from invoices from the payment. And disposal, and similarly with the addition of a new asset, similarly the disposal of a non-current asset. When something is going to dispose, so what procedure are following for the disposal? Either these are discussed in the board minutes and how they dispose this one, and there is a disposable record is over there or not. So check the major addition disposal on the board minutes. Yes, if these are disposed, if the assets are disposed of, and how they dispose it, either these are discussed in the board minutes, the evidence is available for the disposable disposals assets or not. Repair and maintenance, as we discussed, the cost of the expenditure of the non-current asset which are adding the profit in an organization. Reperform depreciation of the calculation, somehow the auditor have to reperform it in the organization. He is reperforming the depreciation process of non-current assets. Okay, verifying documents of the title. We have to verify documents of the title. We have to check either the rent, we have to check the ownership, as we discussed. We have to check the rights and the obligation of. Check that no asset need to be written down faster evaluation. I have to, according to the condition, either these are available in the their concern registered or not, and according to the condition, damage are the good one evaluated or not. Thank you very much.